Hey Bills Mafia, welcome back to Buffalo Beat News. As always, this team is focused on one goal: getting better every single day to bring a Super Bowl to Buffalo. From draft picks to free agency to grinding through camp, this roster is built to compete, and that commitment to constant improvement is what we're diving into today. Before we get started, you already know what to do. Smash that like button, subscribe to the channel, and drop your thoughts in the comments below. We're talking about who might be the most impactful rookie on the entire roster. And believe it or not, it might not be our first-round pick. Plus, we'll break down the latest in the Josh Allen-Patrick Mahomes debate and why 2025 could be Allen's year to finally take the crown. Let's get into it. All right. Let's start with the rookie no one is talking about nearly enough: DJ Sanders, Buffalo's second-round defensive tackle out of South Carolina. Now look, when you think about this rookie class, most people immediately jump to Maxwell Hairston, our first-round pick at corner. And for good reason. He's talented, he's physical, and he's going to be in a fierce battle for the CB to roll alongside Tre'Davious White and Dane Jackson. But here's the thing, we've seen Sean McDermott's defenses thrive with guys like Levi Wallace, Josh Norman, and Dane Jackson manning that spot before. It's not ideal, but the system can survive. The defensive line, that's a different story. Interior disruption has been inconsistent at best in Buffalo over the last few years. Yes, we've got Ed Oliver, who had a career year in 2024, and Daquan Jones, a solid vet, but rotation is the name of the game here. Last year, we lost Austin Johnson, Jordan Phillips, and Quinton Jefferson, guys who logged hundreds of snaps. Enter TJ Sanders. The dude is walking into a massive opportunity right out of the gate. Veteran Larry Ogunjobi, who was expected to be part of that rotation, is suspended for the first 6 games. That immediately opens up playing time for Sanders, possibly as much as 50% of defensive snaps to start the season. He's likely to line up next to Oliver on passing downs, and if training camp is any indication, he's bringing something the Bills have missed: explosive interior pass rush. That's a game changer, especially when you consider Buffalo's struggles against top-tier QBs in the postseason. Sanders can help close that gap now. And here's why this matters more than fans might think. Sean McDermott isn't going to hand a rookie the keys unless he trusts him to execute. We've seen McDermott plug in average corners and still get results. But on the defensive line, when we're talking about playoff football, that's where games are won and lost. Just ask any fan who watched the Bills try to pressure Patrick Mahomes or Joe Burrow. With a 4-man front that couldn't collapse the pocket, the hope is that TJ Sanders can change that. Even if he's not putting up sack numbers right away, if he's drawing attention, collapsing the interior, and giving guys like Gregory Rousseau and Von Miller cleaner looks off the edge, then his presence is already a win. When it comes down to it, Sanders might not be the flashiest rookie, but he could be the most important in 2025. Now let's shift gears to the man himself, Josh Allen. There's no sugarcoating it. Allen is one of the most dominant quarterbacks this league has ever seen. He's got the arm, the legs, the leadership, and now he finally has the MVP trophy. But there's still one glaring hole in his resume: no Super Bowl yet. Chris "Mad Dog" Russo laid out his top 10 QBs on First Take recently. Mahomes at no. 1. Allen at no. 2. Burrow at 3. That top 3 is hard to argue with. Allen has the numbers, the highlight reels, the wins, but Mahomes still has that 4-2-0 record against him in the POSDSEASON. And that's the mountain Allen has to climb. In many ways, 2025 feels like Allen's best shot yet. The offensive system under Joe Brady looks more balanced. The everybody eats philosophy is keeping defenses honest, and the run game anchored by James Cook is still explosive. The offensive line has continuity, the defense is healthier, and Allen is playing with an edge. If he can finally get past Mahomes and bring a Super Bowl to Buffalo, he's not just an MVP. He becomes a legend. Still, it won't be easy. The WR room doesn't feature a true WR1 like Stefon Diggs anymore. Instead, Brandon Beane has built a deep and versatile receiving corps with Keon Coleman, Khalil Shakir, Curtis Samuel, Josh Palmer, and Laviska Shenault. Is it elite? No, but here's where the debate gets spicy. Analyst Mina Kimes recently backed Beane's approach, saying the real issue in the postseason wasn't the passing game, it was the defense. The lack of a consistent CB2, the shaky pass rush, and the absence of interior line dominance is what ultimately cost the Bills in January. Kimes agreed with Beane focusing on defense, but did mention a concern: Allen struggles more against man coverage. Without Diggs to beat tight coverage, the Wers will have to step up in a big way. That's where guys like Keon Coleman and Curtis Samuel need to become reliable go-to options. Allen can make any throw. That's not the problem. But can these receivers get separation when it matters most? Let me tell you something. Bills fan Ty Johnson gets it now more than ever. This past weekend, Johnson attended the second annual Mafia Con in downtown Buffalo. And even after the full seasons with the Bills, even after scoring touchdowns that made the Highmark Stadium shake, even after riding the adrenaline of a playoff push, the man is still in awe of what Bills Mafia brings to the table. Wearing a water buffalo hat and blending in with the sea of red, white, and blue, Johnson didn't just show up, he connected. He wasn't there just to sign autographs and take photos. He was there to talk, to listen, to experience. He said, "I knew it was big, but not until you get immersed in it. Then you realize how big this is." Just being able to talk to the fans. Not even just about football, but about their day, why they came here. It's a great feeling. And that's it, right there. That's the culture. That's what makes Buffalo different. Now, with training camp around the corner, veterans report on July 22nd, and first practice is July 23rd. Johnson is flipping the switch back to football mode. He said it himself, "I'm excited to get back to St. John Fisher and get to work." And that's not just talk. Johnson is entering this camp ready to compete for an even bigger role in the backfield, with James Cook expected to be the RB1, and rookie Ray Davis hungry for carries. Ty Johnson's reliability on third down and special teams could be the key to locking down his spot, and even elevating it. But it's not just Ty Johnson that left Mafia Con with a deeper appreciation of Bills Mafia. Rookies Landon Jackson and Maxwell Hairston were there. So was second-year defensive tackle Dwayne Carter. Think about that for a second. These young guys are just starting their NFL journey, and this is the energy they're walking into. They're not being welcomed with polite applause or simple handshakes. They're being adopted into a family that lives and breathes Buffalo football 365 days a year. What does that do to a rookie's mindset? It fuels them. It makes them accountable. It raises the bar. When Landon Jackson lines up in his first preseason snap, he won't just be playing for a job, he'll be playing for you, the fan who told him at Mafia Con, "We believe in you." When Hairston breaks up a pass in coverage, that energy he felt downtown, that's what he'll be carrying on the field. There's a reason the Bills have become one of the tightest-knit locker rooms in the league. It starts with the bond between players and fans, and events like Mafia Con are more than fun. They're a reminder that this isn't just a game in Buffalo. It's identity. Ask any player who's been elsewhere, and they'll tell you what we have here is different. It's real, it's passionate, it's unconditional. Even in the off-season, the fans show up. Even at a casual summer event, the Bills show up. That's not normal in the NFL. That's Buffalo. Let's not forget this connection to the fan base fuels guys like Josh Allen, too. He's already said it multiple times. Playing in Buffalo isn't just about being a quarterback. It's about being a leader of a community, a representative of that toughness, that heart, that loyalty. And players like Ty Johnson, who may not be in the headlines every day, embody that same spirit. He fights for every yard. He embraces every moment. He represents the depth of talent and character that makes this roster special. And guess what? That depth is going to be tested this season. It always is. Whether it's injuries, rotations, or those third-down-long pressure situations, guys like Johnson are going to be critical. And the more connected they are to this fan base, the more they'll give you everything they've got. So what do we take from all this? We take pride. We take a moment to realize that we, yes, you, watching right now, matter to this team. You're not just fans in the stands. You're part of the process, part of the identity, part of the culture that draws players in, keeps them grounded, and fuels them to fight harder on Sundays. So as the 2025 season creeps closer, remember this: whether you're tailgating in the snow, tweeting your heart out during games, or showing up to Mafia Con in July, you're building the kind of football atmosphere that legends are made in. So here's where we land. Bills Mafia. TJ Sanders might not have the same draft hype as Maxwell Hairston, but his role this year could be massive. He has a real shot at reshaping the interior defensive line and giving McDermott the flexibility to disrupt elite QBs, something we've desperately needed in the playoffs. Meanwhile, Josh Allen is on the brink. The stats are there. The MVP is on the shelf. All that's left is the ring, and with a revamped defense, a deeper offense, and the hunger to finally take the crown, this might just be the year. But we want to hear from you. Do you think TJ Sanders will make an impact right away? Is Josh Allen finally ready to surpass Mahomes? Drop your thoughts in the comments. Like the video if you enjoyed it. And don't forget to subscribe for more in-depth Bills coverage all season long. From Orchard Park to the postseason, we've got you covered every step of the way. This is Buffalo Beat News, where Bills fans get the real story. Let's go Buffalo!